class, as I was in there listening to all the different ways and it just even more, I said, this is it, especially for ladies that were 40 and over. It just spoke to me because I was going through the same challenge. I could not, as a health coach, I couldn't even like get these other 20, 30 pounds that I wanted off. I just completely stopped and I didn't know why and how. And so when I was hearing the seminars, so much good education in there that I was like, I need help and I need someone to help me stick to some of the things that I know. I mean, even as a health coach, just because I'm a health coach doesn't mean necessarily that I'm doing the things that I'm supposed to be doing. It just spoke to me. I need someone to help me be accountable to some of the things that I'm hearing. And because at that time I was so discouraged, I was at a plateau and I was like, I don't know what is going on. I started losing focus. And that just came at a period to where I was getting ready to like even consider this. My dad's on, I know it's prescribed, but I'm hearing him lose all this weight off of Ozempic. And I'm just like, okay, well, maybe then if it works for him, since that's my dad, maybe it'll work for me. Not knowing that there were later on to find that there were some huge risks and consequences that can come from it. And people don't even know what they can do it to it. So at the end of the day, I could have entertained the idea of even doing something to myself. My friends are getting surgeries. And I'm just like, well, maybe. But so even entertaining that thought. And I wanted to do that before because I do have a history, my family history of diabetes, of high blood pressure and just different things like that. And so that was another concern was like, okay, I need to get a hold of this now, but I was almost becoming desperate. I literally have 17 different diets in my because I saved them all and I went through them. I did the pills, I did the supplements, I did the fat, I did everything. I felt like there was nothing that would like really maintain. So this was just like an answer to a prayer, literally, because I was like the program, the coaching, the one-on-one that I get every week to be able to not every week, also every day, going through the app and looking at the education, reminding me of who I am, making the affirmations and making sure that I was on top of that. And then every week when I got to talk to you about the things that I was going through, that was just priceless because it was a reminder. It also was always it was also eye-opening to as why I was at a plateau. Like some of the things that I was doing that I thought was okay was not okay because there was things that I didn't know. Even as a health coach, there's still stuff I was like, wow. So it goes down to the science. If I were to talk to somebody and say that, hey, well, what makes this different? Well, it's it's the information, the education is also the mindset. I tell people what makes it different from a lot of other programs is that we don't deal with the mind. And Sheila, you are a mindset transformational coach. And it's amazing how being able to point out what types of thoughts are hindering my progress. So now it wasn't so much of, oh, I know and I need accountability. No, now it went deeper to where it was my mind, my how I thought about myself, how I perceived things was stopping me from doing the things that I needed to do every week, every day, every hour. So that was powerful for me because that I think that was for me was the transformation that you get in your mindset and making sure that you consistent every day with it. Like at the end of the day, we have to train to participate in sports and to win the game. So why don't we train our minds every day what we're thinking and saying and doing and we're supposed to do, we have to do that. And so that helped me tremendously. Like my mind is the one that was stopping me from doing the things that I need to do and the new things that I was learning from you as well. So that's priceless for me. And it's a life-changing thing because people can go lose weight. They can lose it in whatever 3 days. Oh, I lost 40, 30 pounds, whatever, 3 months. And then the next 3 months they're gaining it back because their mind was not changed. And because they still had these self-limiting beliefs about themselves and not really focusing that was the reason why they went back, not because the program didn't work, but because they didn't practice every day. They didn't practice changing and renewing their mind of the things that they're coming into. And so that weekly coaching, it helps. Well, a program basically is okay, you do this, you do that. Okay, good luck if do it. So you don't even know if you're doing it right or wrong, or you don't even know if you're applying it. A coach lets you and helps you, because a coach, it explains to you when you have those questions in your head that, yeah, I'm reading the information, I'm doing it, but then you still have questions in the back of your head that you want to ask. And if you don't have nobody to answer them to help guide you to do it right, then you're just going to be doing a program and thinking that you're doing it right, when all this time that you were doing it wrong, because you didn't understand. You didn't fully understand why, what, and how it's supposed to be implemented. So a coach helps you to guide you and make sure that you're on the path so that you can practice right, not practice wrong. The information, like even just with fitness, and that there was like there's such thing as chronic cardio. Like I didn't know that. Like, oh wow. So all this time I'm thinking, oh, I just go to a gym and I'll just add an extra workout day, or I'll just work harder, or I didn't sweat enough, like, or this and that, not knowing that I was going too far beyond to where I was stressing my body out. When I was educated, I had to change my mind around. No, it's not how hard you work. It's the fact that your body is different and you can't stress your body out, because it made sense when I saw the little tweaks that I made, and then the fat burning kicked in and everything like that, because I didn't tell myself that I needed to do more. No, I just needed to be steady at a good pace. And I just needed to not be so focused on the exercise, but be focused more of how your internal body works. And so the education of how our body actually works is what helped me to not stress my body out and not do what's supposed to do, like burn fat, but to really just go with the flow of what how we were created. And now I'm not stressed. Now I'm just it's ease. I'm at peace, and I know that fat burning is happening because I have this certain pieces of information that just you need, so that you know that it's going to be progress is going to happen as far as your weight, your fat loss. So oh man, I love it, because even though the time, I can't see myself really actually going back, knowing the progress that I've had thus far. So like when I go to different things, because I've had the mindset of, if I do this, I know the reason why. And do I really want to do that to myself? No, I don't want to do that, because do I want to? So now my whole thinking has changed when I want to go for something that I know it's going to be detrimental to my whole livelihood, period. I mean, not just my body and fat, but even like myself, because it's connected to my emotions and different things and how I do. So I don't, it's almost like I don't want to like dib and dab. No, I don't want to do that, because I might just get addicted again. And I'm not trying to, and I don't want to go back to where I was. I've worked so hard to make my mind to change how I look at certain foods. Doesn't mean I can't have it. Do I want the consequences that come with it? And am I able to handle that right now? You know what I mean? So it's like I can have it, but no, do I really want to do that right now? Because no, because I have goals and I like my goals, and I like the fact that how my goals, when I reach them, make me feel. So so I have a whole different mindset now going forward in my lifestyle, to where it's like I just won't buy that. I just won't do it. I won't even put that in temptation, and if I did, it'd be what, once, maybe, I don't know, maybe a birthday. But then even at that, I'm still like, I love my progress. Like I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy. I want to say it is easy to do now. It's not, of course, we're going to be tempted with those things and whatnot. I get it, but it's not as hard as it was before, because I'm full. Like I don't have those cravings anymore. So it's like it's easier now. What I mean, it's easier now to say no and be like, oh, I'm good, because I'm not as stressed or hungry or whatever. I'm satiated. I'm like actually getting food. And when I am, and I start snacking, it's because I know I haven't ate the right food. So now I'm doing this process thinking when I do. So I already know, like moving forward, I know how to come back if I do. Like, why am I doing that? Oh, I know why. Because I've been there with you with that. And I know how to answer those questions for myself. So now I'm utilizing and self-correcting. So to stay with this lifestyle, the fact that I was able to self-correct while I was in the program, you know what I'm saying? It just continues, because I know the answers now. So you've helped me to identify why that's happening and when, and what are the things that are making me do so now I have those answers. I'm empowered to be able to continue and keep the lifestyle that I have, as opposed to I don't, and then just go down the rabbit hole. No, I know why. So now I'm going to correct it. Okay. So I'm not going to beat myself up, but I'm just going to keep on going. I would say to them this. I said, if you had one more option, one way, this was the natural way to do it and be able to do that, would you try it before you do that? This was the answer. You knew absolutely that this was the way. Would you try it? If they said yes, I'm like, you know what? Your life is going to change. You don't have to do that to yourself. Give it a shot because it's going to be life changing because it was life changing for me. And I'm not saying that just to say that. I'm saying that because I've experienced it. And I'm telling you, if you believe that this is going to work, and it will, because I've been through all the diets, I know how you feel, but give it a chance because this is your last stop. And I'm telling you this because I know this. So if you're willing to do that, before you go to the surgery, before you get cut, whatever, because there's even risks with that, if you want to try this one last time, you got it in you, and this time it'll be forever the last time, then let's go. Let's do it. Sign up because it's going to change your life and you're not going back. This program has really absolutely flipped and changed my life. Like, I want to do nothing but help others because I've been there, done that, got a t-shirt for it. I mean, I will know how you feel, what you're going through. So if anything, I want to give back. I want to be able to help others as a reboot coach because this is something serious. This is a life and death situation for a lot of people. So this, to me, this is a way for me to really give back to people because you've gave to me, and at the end of the day, it's about passing it forward. And I want to be able to do that, because that, to me, that I feel like that is my purpose. I've been dealing with obesity for, oh my gosh, I feel like all my life. I tell this to people. I'm like, I've been dealing with all my life. So you look at me now and people are like, well, how can, no, 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 I was obese. Oh, yes, I was 200 pounds in the seventh grade. Yes. And I kept going. So, but at the end of the day, but yeah, this is what I feel like I am called to do, and absolutely, this is life changing for whoever wants to and really believe. You cannot join anything, and you have to believe that it's going to work. Once you do that, it is over because that's what my belief was. And when it did, it happened. And not only that, it's going to be able to reach others to help others. And as far as maintaining and also helping others as well.